Hey, you want the smoke? I got the smoke. Let's talk about it. All right, we have Smackdown tonight, night before WrestleMania 41. And it opens up with LA Knight attacking Tamatonga, slamming his arm between the door and the car. All right, and then we have Seth Rollins coming out. You know, and he, talks the truth about Paul Heyman. Um, they do go back a long, long time, about maybe what, 12, 13 years, I think Paul Heyman was the reason why the Shield got together. And I think that was the reason because to protect CM Punk. So there's a lot of things like that going on as far as, that is concerned and the, history with that, situation. Um, but I think that should have been something that could have been done in singles matches. Has nothing to do with anything, as far as being climaxual at WrestleMania because it's nothing there. It's not for a championship. It's the main event, but for what? Because Paul Heyman's gonna be in somebody's corner, or actually starting out in CM Punk's corner, but is there gonna be a betrayal or anything in there? We don't know. It could be. And but we'll see. But enough of that. Then we got the Andrea's Giant Battle Royal, which was good. For a minute there, I thought Ray Phoenix may have would have won this, but I'm glad Carmelo Hayes did because he actually deserved it. He needed a big win because since he's been there and it's approaching almost 2 years, his track record as far as winning isn't big. I mean, he went against Cody a few times at Andrade, you know, um, even with Randy Orton, but and it's not been good. It seemed like they were just using him as a jobber, and he's way better than that. I like that he's under the Miz's hands and stuff because I think the Miz can teach him to be better. But Carmelo Hayes, I mean, he was good in NXT, and he's polished everything, you know, that he needed to do. So I'm just glad he won this. This is big for him. So sooner or later, I'm sure that him and the Miz will be, tag team champions and stuff. I'm sure. Um, hmm. That battle royal also had a few crazy things, with Otis eliminating himself and stuff. But we'll move on to that. It had nothing to do with WrestleMania, but I mean, it was good. I like the kickoff before WrestleMania. With the SmackDown before and the Andre the Giant, Battle Royal. That's always been a good classic. Then you got Charlotte Flair in her promo, and she's talking about the people are invested into the match with her and Tiffany. I don't think a lot of people are invested in that match. I don't even think that's a match highlighted for a lot of people to want to see in that match. I mean, everybody wants to see, probably Tiffany to win and stuff, but I'm sure that Charlotte is probably going to be the one that wins that. Makes a little bit of sense, but I wouldn't be mad if Tiffany won. But the promo, it was like she was lost in her words. It's like she was not there as far as the promo was concerned. And it was kind of it was it was kind of crazy, you know. But Tiffany's promo, it was like she was ready for it. I mean, she talked clearly and clean. And I think she's actually ready. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Tiffany walked out of there with that championship. But I won't be mad if Charlotte won. Yeah, it was crazy. And then we get Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. But not only did we get them, we got Naomi, and then Jade Cargill comes out. So we already know what's going to happen. But then again, you got to think Naomi was saying something. It looked like Naomi was about ready to put Bianca on blast, and Bianca kind of cut her off and everything. But I think there was something else behind what Naomi was coming out to see or say. And so I think there's something, it's something brewing and there's something coming. But I don't know if this is going to interfere with Bianca at WrestleMania to win that title. I mean, when Jade came in the Elimination Chamber and jumped on Naomi, you know, Bianca went on ahead and won the Elimination Chamber. I mean, is this going to be too much, distraction for her? But then again, I liked when Rhea Ripley got in Jade's face and said, "It's not about you, Jade," and true, and it wasn't. It was not the right place at the right time for it. So I think there's something coming, and it's going to involve Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. And I think Bianca is about ready to turn heel. I mean, look how the crowd was treating her. They booed her, and I mean, they booed her significantly bad. But then again, this crowd here, I don't know what. I think they were all drunk and not sure who they want to cheer or boo or anything like that. But anyway, next we have the Street Profit against the Motor City Machine Gun. Well, we all know how that came out and stuff. I mean, DIY come out stealing the belts. Oh man, it's just crazy. And see, and the crazy thing about it is that this match is not a match that's in WrestleMania, which should have been a match in WrestleMania. The what they got them going through, the triple threat next Friday. This match should have been a match for WrestleMania. It's a title match, and the titles are on the line. I swear, I don't know what they were thinking or Triple H was thinking and stuff. And then we move on to Chelsea Green and Zelina Vega. And Chelsea is actually really looking good. I mean, her movements in the ring are pretty, good. She's developing better in the ring as a wrestler and stuff. But Selena Vega, she really did her thing tonight. And Zelina, I think she's going after that Southern title, and I think she's probably going to get it. But it should have been a match at WrestleMania. I mean, Zelina beat us tonight, so that gives her a number one spot for that belt. Why isn't this belt, the US women's belt, is not at WrestleMania? Where's the match at? It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. So, but please, if please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit that bell for next content. And I'm sorry for laughing because it's funny. It's just ridiculous to me. And then you got LA Knight, versus Solo Sokoa. Then all of a sudden, here comes Jacob Fatu. So now this match is out of control and stuff. And then Braun Strowman comes out and stuff. So they make it a tag match. And then LA Knight and Braun Strowman go on to win. But both Jacob and LA Knight, they took a beating. I guess the match for WrestleMania will be a good one. I think it's going to be brutal, but I think it's going to be a good one. And I think Jacob Fatu is probably going to win that title. I'm sure of it. And then we have the Luchador match. You know, we have Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, and Ray Phoenix going up against the Creed brothers and Chad Gable, which, I mean, it was okay match. It was, fast. It was, you know, predictable, like a luchador match would probably go. And then the Creed brothers, they're pretty good, and we know Chad Gable is good and everything. But to the Under Giant Battle Royal, as you notice, El Grande Americano interfered for one of the reasons why Ray Phoenix, didn't or probably should have won. However that went, but that. So, and in that match, it looked like Rey Mysterio got hurt. He never entered back into the ring once he was out of the ring and stuff, and you know, they win the match, but something happened to something happened to Rey Mysterio. I'll look into it and put it on the video to see what might have happened to him. You know, um, but these tag belts, like I said before, that match should have been a match at WrestleMania. You know, and it's crazy. So I don't understand what's going on. And then Randy Orton, I'm thinking, since he did say he was going to be at WrestleMania Sunday, and he don't care who comes out, I'm thinking it could be either Rusev, Aleister Black, maybe Brock Lesnar. It'll be somebody that will give him, a good match and stuff. But, you know, we don't know. Maybe Nick Aldis might step out. Who knows? And stuff. But SmackDown tonight was okay. It really didn't promote anything for as far as WrestleMania, the John Cena, and Cody Rhodes promo. I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was a little hard, John Cena really went in, but then again, Cody Rhodes came out. So I think it was pretty good, and stuff. And then we had some contact again. And John Cena got another crossroads. So that's what, ended and everything. But I just can't understand the crowd, though. The crowd was booing Cody. Then they started doing that chant for John Cena. Then they started saying Cody, Cody Rhodes. So I'm like, do they even know what they're doing? And I've heard people call the audience, the crowd, and they had 17,000 plus. They called them bots, and that's exactly what they were acting like is bots, because the fact is they don't know who they were cheering, who they were booing. They were just doing something. But anyway, with that, thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Hit that bell for content for next content video. God bless you, and I will see you on the next video. Deuces.